Hi. This is the Nifty chart for yesterday, how the market behaved and how we had marked the levels. And this was essentially the marking that we had done on the previous day. And the open market took supply from this area, right, and went down very strongly. And there was no support seen here because of the OI that was built up. I think there was a lot of resistance uh, positionally for this expiry. So that played out, and market went down till this reaction level, and then went up from here, and went up very strongly also, right? So that's what happened. Uh, in this video, we'll again analyze the Nifty chart for tomorrow, right? And this is again from where we will begin. This is the weekly chart as of now, and again the levels remain the same more or less. This was the candle that formed yesterday, right? This doji hammer, doji with a bullish bias. Anyways, let's move to the daily chart and see what is happening. So we see here that we have crossed these levels, right? This resistance has now been decisively crossed. This is the daily level, right? So I'll just mark it quickly. This is more or less what it is now. Given how SGX is doing, right? SGX is, so this is our Nifty 18200, and this is SGX at 18420. This is almost 220 points away. Let's discount the 50 rupees premium, so it is at least 175 points away, right, from our Nifty chart. So probably tomorrow we can see a gap up, which means that this level will again be crossed to the upside, and probably will again come to this area here, which is a resistance on the daily chart, right? So I have marked this to be the area which will be acting as resistance for the week. And again, there is a lot of OI built up here, which I'll cover shortly. But then if that short OI that is built up, if they run for their covers, then we'll see a massive rally happening from here to 18600, right? That is how I think market is placed. But then again, these shorts from here should defend their position to some extent. So that is what I'm expecting even tomorrow, at least at the open. So either the market comes down or remains range bound, or probably market goes up heavily, right? That's what should happen. Anyways, let us take a deep dive into the lower time frames and see how the market is placed. On this chart here, again, our support remains the same for the week. This one, 18944, and I'll just mark it, right? And then we come to the hourly and see how things are, right? So this is our level here. I'll just bring it up, right? And I'll mark a demand zone also here, and this should be our area of support. This is the lowest that market should come to. However, I am not expecting this to be broken at all, right? So that's my take. This area here also is a demand only, so let's make it a demand once again. And this is our daily, this is our demand zone on the early, right? This is a gap which should not be filled again, like I said, expected earlier, right? So I'll have the same expectation even now. This is our a level on the early chart as per my analysis. And we'll refine it further on the lower time frame, but as of now, let's mark it like this. And there is a early demand zone here again, right? So this is the early demand zone. On the upside, I had marked this area to be a level and a resistance, but then I think now this should be the area, right? This should be the level for our resistance, and this should be a supply zone, right? And this supply zone on the early, and below that I see this as a level, probably this as a level, right? From where nothing should happen actually, because market is supposed to gap up and close out on this level. It will not be relevant, at least as the resistance, but as a support it may become relevant, if reaction happens from upside. to down, right? So that's how things may happen. On this hourly chart, let's go back and see what is there between this 18211 and 18350 zone, right? Let's see what is there. Okay, so we come to this area and we see that there is this level, right? So let's just mark it like this, and this again is an area which can be refined, like this, right? Maybe like this, and this again is a supply zone, right? And supply zone on the hourly. Right, this is also a supply, but we need to mark it from here, right? So probably from here it is a supply, and this level can further be then put from here, right? So this is the supply on the hourly chart, supply on the hourly chart, and this is a hourly level that we have between these two levels. On the upside, do we have more levels? Maybe this area, maybe this area is a level, something like this. Right, so maybe we'll refine it further on the 15 minutes, but I think this is broadly a level. Okay, this is on the early, right? So let us go back to the downside and see on the lower time frames and see what is there. Maybe this is a level for the lower time frames. I'll see it on the lower time frame and refine it. Let's go to the 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes, we have this area of demand, and this area is fine. This is already a demand zone, but it's not visible. But this is a early demand zone. This is also a early demand zone. Right, and it should be now visible on the 15 minutes, right? And this is a reaction level. Yeah, this was a reaction level, but then now it has moved a little downwards, and probably if I'll move it up, I think it should be moved up like this, right? And this demand zone can be expanded to this, right? And then we come to the daily area, a level. This is a area, this is a area, this is a area, this. Let's see about this, what this level is saying to us. Maybe this can be refined. Okay, this is a 15-minute level after refining it, and this again is a supply. The chart looks to me, and here maybe data is not visible for that much. I think this is okay. I think this is okay. This is how it should be, as per me, right? And this is our chart, right? This is what it looks like. Now, how to play is basically market will open in this area of supply, and I would not expect the market to go up. Actually, I would want it to come down once, and probably from a lower side, I will try to play it. So maybe, if if we get a gap up tomorrow, right? Let's say the gap up happens around 18 300 to 320, right? That area. So 300 to 320 would be something like this. Around this level, the market will open, and once the market opens, I would want it to come down, and from here I will probably go long this area, right? Or for intraday, because tomorrow is Wednesday, and I'll just write it also here for my own trading tomorrow, right? I'll just do that. Go long from around this level. Once the market pulls back, post cap up, and at max, if things remain as I say, then market should be at max going around this for the expiry 18500. I'm not sure, but maybe 18400 or 500, or who knows, maybe the short covering comes very strongly, and the shorts get killed. So this is the OI data, and from here what I see is 18200 to 300 is again the range wherein 225 crores of OI is built up, and here on the long side there's not a lot that is built up, right? It's very less, around 73 crores. So this is what confuses me, and actually, I'm not sure if this gap up makes any sense, but again, this is, our market is not live, so probably we are headed for a short covering, right? That is what I think. We are headed for a short covering. This is the amount of shorts built up, and this is the amount of longs built up, and this is huge. Basically, this is huge. They need to get some respite, else we'll see a boom in the market, right? We'll see a boom, but I'm not expecting it. I was actually expecting this early level to hold at max, right? Not above this, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I think this is how I'll play. Once the market gaps up, it will come down, and then I'll go long. And for Thursday, maybe I'll go long from around this level, this one, this early level, 18100 to 200, between this, right? So let's see. Thank you.